discuss is it is for the students between fourth year to the sixth year. So earlier I had posted one video which was for initial 3 years where you have to deal with the pre-clinical subject, and you are particularly new in this MBBS course. So I had explained how to approach during this period. Now between fourth year to sixth year, so this will form the most important period of your preparation because you have to face your state exam also, which will give you the MBBS degree. And after that, you have to come back to India. You have to give next, which will be your licensing exam also, and it will also form the base for your PG admission. Some people might want to shift somewhere else, like they want to write USMLE or they want to write MS. So that information I will be giving later. Now in this video will focus on particularly how should be your approach, how should you utilize these 3 years. So now what will change these years? Like earlier, क्या हुआ था in first year, second year, third year, you used to have classes. Like you will have anatomy class every day, you will have a physiology class every day, you will have a histology, pharmacology, pathology, biochemistry. So this subject kind of classes you have to go to the medical college. Now what is going to change from fourth year is you are going to have clinical postings. We used to call them cycles. So you will have a medicine posting. So you will have only medicine class for that particular period, and along with that there will be lecture sessions. So in class you will they will teach you how to examine the patient and how you should take history. History taking will be taught. Then you have to go to the ward and you have to examine the patient. So now you will have an interaction with the patient. So this is what is going to change from fourth to sixth year. So this is how you have to develop your history taking skill. You have to develop your clinical examination skill. So that is why these 3 years are important. Now you know the preclinical thing, you know the basic anatomy, physiology. Now you have to apply that and you have to examine the patient. You have to take the history, and now you will reach to the diagnosis. So that is why these 3 years become important. Now, which subjects will be there? So there will be some large subjects, we call them big four, like medicine, surgery, and actually obs-gynae will be there. But there is a subject called preventing and social medicine, which is in Russia we call it OZOZ. So that is not we don't get a very good exposure of that in Russia, because but in India it's a very major subject and you get a lot of questions in the advanced examination. So how should we approach for this big four examination? So again, as I explained in my previous video, that you have to read your textbooks. There is no alternative option for reading textbooks. So take Harrison for medicine, take Love and Bailey or Das for surgery, take Park's textbook for preventive and social medicine. Park's is a very beautiful textbooks, and you can get glimpse of all of the subjects in it. When you are reading Park's, you'll be able to answer a lot of questions from other discipline when you read Park's. And then for obs-gynae, there's Indian author textbooks called Datta, so which you can read for it. So how should you read? So Harrison, you don't have to read. These all textbooks are very big textbooks, so you don't have to read page to page. So you are attending a class. Now suppose if your nephrology rotation is going on, if you read about glomerulonephritis or you read about nephrotic syndrome, so come back and read about that. You don't have to read page to page that you are going to start from the first page and you are going to end. You have to read as per the classes, as per the cycle. Also, when you visit a ward, the kind of patients you are going to see, you have to come back and read about those topics, the kind of patients you have seen. Similarly, for the surgery and for obstetrics and gynecology. Okay. Now coming to the small subject. Now you will have subjects like pediatrics, ophthalmology, and ENT. They are subjects which have a intermediate value in your next exam. Now, because of the different pattern of next exam, pediatrics and ophthalmology has become important. So for pediatrics, we have a beautiful book called Ghai, which you should read. It's a very small and concise textbook, and there's a lot of information, and it's very student friendly. So that is also must read book. For ENT, we have Dhingra, and for ophthalmology, we have Khurana. So you can get PDF also of all these books and you can read, because as you are in Russia or abroad, it is not possible you physically to carry all hard copies. So you can read through the PDFs also, and you can take down the important notes. Now, how should be your approach for the small subject, the remaining subject like radiology, dermatology, psychiatry, orthopedics, anesthesia, forensic medicine, and toxicology? So I get questions about coaching classes. So if you are doing the MBBS abroad, when should I join these coaching classes? Because in India, there is this trend that where people join their coaching in their second year and then they start preparing. But what message I want to give in which I told in last video also, I do not recommend joining any classes before your third year. So initial 3 years, just spend reading your textbooks and enjoy your classes. And now you are in a separate country, so you can travel, you can enjoy your life. Initial 3 years, read textbooks and have your life. There's no need to join any classes during first 3 years because what classes are going to offer, what reviewed textbooks and these notes are going to offer you is the filtered information, the information which that person thinks is very important and going to be asked in your exam. But remember, you are not reading or you are not doing MBBS just to pass a certain exam. After that, you are going to be in a medical field. You have to see a real patient. So it's not like your patient will come only from the knowledge that you have got from your classes. So textbooks have everything. So you cannot say the patient आता है कि अरे ये तो मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं था. This patient is out of my syllabus. So that you cannot say in case of emergency. That is why you should always read your textbooks first. Now, when you're in your fourth year, then you can join the classes. So there are options like there is a DAMS classes, HATIA classes, there is a prep ladder, marrow. There are n number of options. Those are available. Then again, I'll recommend that it's up to your convenience which classes you want to join. Every classes has their pros and cons, and there are a lot of videos on the YouTube. They will in detail explain you about which classes compare. They will compare different classes and then the final call is yours. What all of these classes offer, they will offer you the video lectures. There will be the test series, and there will be the extensive sessions, and there will be also different visual sessions where they will be giving you the image based knowledge also. So what you should do is start from fourth year watching those videos subject wise, every subject wise, and start making your own notes. So you have to spend at least 2 to 3 years daily, 2 to 3 hours daily. So watch a video of such. For example, if you're studying physiology, so for 2 to 3 hours, just watch those videos and make your own notes, whatever important points you feel or as per your convenience. But you should make notes because you cannot go, your subscription will be over after 2 years later. And also you cannot, there will be so many videos, so many hours, you cannot go back and again revise those videos. So make notes, okay? Then after spending 2 to 3 hours on these videos, give at least 1 hour to read your textbook. So now, whatever you are going to discuss in the class next day, or whatever they had discussed in the similar day, or you might have some zachot or some term and examination. So you read for that from your standard textbook and underline it or again make a note of it. So these notes will stay with you. You can carry them back to India and you can read them again and again. So that helps in revision. So any class you join, you have to spend a time on video review. Do not give any MCQ based test, gram test. That is not required in your like fifth and fourth year. Even in sixth year, it is not required because your exam is going to be after like four. You have to come to India. Most of the abroad universities, they have their convocation in June and July month, and your exam would be nearly in either in the November or in the January session. So you have to come back to India, and after 6 months again you have to prepare, and then you have to write this exam. There is no point writing the practice text. What you can do is you can solve some MCQs in between just for a fun or just for a practice. There is no need. What you have to read now is theory, and you have to attend your clinical postings and make your clinical knowledge better and better. There are students who skip their classes because whenever you are abroad, what you should be honest to yourself because you get a lot of time for enjoyment, you get a lot of time to have fun. But do not forget why we are here. Remember why your parents who are working at home, sending you money, and who have their ambitions and their dreams riding on. So if you are able to crack this licensing exam, and if you are able to start your internship, that is such a moment of happiness for your parents. So keep this thing as a motivating factor. So whenever you are studying, whenever you are reading, always remember why we are here. Initial 3 years, as I explained in my last video, there is a lot of time to have fun, a lot of time to, okay, you are in Russia, okay, you want to have, you want to travel, you want to have fun, it's okay, that is accepted. But once you enter your 4th year, it's time to become serious. It's time to live your dream, and it's time to be serious toward your goal. So start reading your textbooks, join some class, start reading those notes, start revising them, and formulate a plan. Also, this is the time when you should set a target. Whether you want to come back to India, or you want to go to the USMLE, or you want to go for the other countries' lesson examinations. Take a proper information of it, because there are a lot of, there will be positives and negatives. So whenever you are going for it, always try to talk to a person who have done it. Always try to do all the research and then dive in, because there will be always what you see is only the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot of information that is hidden which you should be aware of. But it's always good to be registered in your own country. So I will still advise, come back to India, give your exam, get registered in India, and then you can again prepare for your assembly and MRC. Last and the foremost about the GOS examination. So what GOS examination is? State examination that you have to write at the end of your MBBS. So how to prepare for that? So you will get a few tasks. So there will be some tasks like a clinical scenarios which you have to answer, which you have to, and there will be some exercise also, some instruments also. So again, it's be it your MBBS exam or be it your MD exam, it's not on that day what you do. It's like what kind of student you have to be. In GOS examination, the same teacher is going to be, and he knows that how you have prepared for your entire undergraduate time. So she is going, any teacher, he or she is going to give you benefit of whatever good things you have done during your undergraduation. So be honest to your studies. A very little hard work is required. A lot of foreign medical graduates have this mindset that they cannot clear this entrance examination in India. They cannot clear the NEET PG entrance. They cannot clear INS. But see, there are people who have achieved this feat. I'm going to bring you guys this interview series where I will be introducing you to those foreign medical graduates who have done it and achieved the extraordinary success. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in comment section what you want me to include in next videos. Like, share, and subscribe so we can help.